JJ, what are we doing?
We're going to North Bay. We're going to pick up some video games. We're going to pick up Zelda. We're going to pick up all kinds of goodness. It's going to be sweet. It is beautiful, but oh my god, is it ever sunny out in this damn place. I can't even see halfway where I'm going, man. That sun is bright. Wow.
Rock on.
So we're on our way to pick up our video games, but we're going to stop by this hawk shop and see if there's any good deals that we can find there. So most of the time, pawn shops are more expensive than the games are worth, you know what I mean? But hey, we're going to waste some time on the way, and we're going to go see if we can find ourselves a couple little goodies. Watcha! GameTime. My name is JJ and this is episode 7 of Classic Game Pickups, and it was a good couple weeks. Like I said, it's always worth the wait for a new episode because I always end up with some good stuff, and I traveled all the way to North Bay to Iroquois Falls. I traveled all over the place in the last couple weeks to pick up some good game lots. Expensive sometimes, but well worth the additions to the collection. So we got all kinds of slew of stuff, everything ranging from Super Nintendo to PS2 to, you know, even if some GameCube games, some NES games, some N64 games. There's just a good variety of classic gaming goodness here. So we're going to go through this, even a promotional VHS. So I'll start with that. I got the Donkey Kong Country promotional VHS. This is kind of like a VHS video they would play in a video store and you know, promote on one of their TVs and stuff like that. So it's called Donkey Kong Country Exposed. It's I watched it with the guy who gave it to me, and it's funny watching people running around with mullets and stuff like that. It's just it's hilarious to watch. You gotta, if you ever find it, pick it up. You know what I mean? It's worth the $1. You find it in a pawn shop or something like that. So I got a couple little portable games, a weird Tiger Electronic portable game. I don't have the player for it, but I have Jeopardy for Tiger Electronic Portable. That's pretty sweet. I got Pac-Man Collection for Game Boy Advance. I didn't have it, so it's always nice to add some more GBA games to the collection. I do still play it a lot. I got Buster Bros for original Game Boy. It's in rough shape. It needs a good cleaning. It looks like it was, you know, it got like ice cream on it or something like that, but let's see if it works. I'll have to test that one out. And for Game Gear, I got Chicago Syndicate. I have never played it. I don't even know what it's about, but I'll slap it in my Game Gear and we'll try it out. But nice little addition. Never hurts to get some games you've never tried before and stuff too. So alright, so let's get to the Super Nintendo. I picked up Mario is Missing. I actually didn't have it. I used to play this game a lot. I used to rent it at the store. And I've actually, it reminds me a lot of Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego, but like a Mario game. You kind of learn stuff, and yeah, it's like a historic game. You learn. It's fun. It's all right though. You know what I mean? Mario is Missing. Good to have. I didn't think I had. I thought I already had it, but I didn't have the original Mortal Kombat in my collection, so it's nice to have that. I'm not a huge Mortal Kombat fan, but I don't mind the older ones because I did used to play them when I was a kid, playing, you know, skipping school to play Mortal Kombat. Yeah. But my buddy Frank hooked me up with one of my favorite Super Nintendo games that I was looking for. I had it before and I traded it away, and ever since I've been wanting to play it, and playing it on the ROM is just not the same. It was Lufia 2 Rise of the Sinistrals for the SNES, and it's an expensive game to find online. It's like $100. So it's nice to have a buddy to be able to trade with, and I hooked him up with a bunch of other stuff, and I ended up with a nice Lufia. I am going to the Ancient Temple. I love this game. I will totally max out this game 100% level 99. You have no idea how much I love this game, and he knows that, and that's why he contacted me, and I now have it back in my collection. I am going to rip the hell out of this game. once I'm done with Chrono Trigger, because that's what I'm playing right now, is the Chrono Trigger I got last pickup for the Super Nintendo. I'm up to the Ocean Palace. I'm like 3.5 hours in. I'm just ripping through New Game Plus. It's awesome. But anyways, Lufia 2 Rise of the Sinistrals, you have to get the Super Nintendo RPG. It's one of the best ones in my opinion. Alright, so also picked up some boxed Super Nintendo games, some sports games, nothing too crazy, but still really cool. Jimmy Connors, tennis? Yeah, tennis. We got some baseball, and we got WrestleMania, the arcade game, and it's actually not too bad. It's got the Undertaker, you know, a bunch of freaking older wrestlers and stuff like that. I'm not a huge wrestling fan, so, but I did get Super Black Bass complete. That's a decent, nice decent complete game there. I did get a copy of F-Zero complete and unopened. I remember online a long time, I'd say 5 years ago, F-Zero complete sealed like this was only like 10 bucks on eBay. It was really cheap. They're just currently resurfacing at a way higher price, so you know what I mean. For me to buy one now would be like 30-40 bucks, maybe a little bit more, but back a few years ago this was like 10 bucks, you know what I mean. So it's just a good example of games right now being a certain price, and then in a few years they just drastically go up in price. So it's nice to have for the collection, you know what I mean. Saves me a few bucks, and you know, I don't buy too many games online anyways. Look at the stuff I find when I don't shop online. I spend the same amount of money, if not less, for the same amount of stuff, if not better stuff. You know what I mean? So just think about that. Like, I don't buy any of this online. It's all real people that I travel to and, you know, cut a deal with and stuff like that. So sometimes it costs me more than others, but in the end, I always get quality goods. You know what I mean? That's what matters for me. So, Killer Instinct complete that is a pretty good pickup, you know what I mean. I'm very happy to have that one. I did play a lot of Killer Instinct back in the day, but you know what? I'm not a huge Killer Instinct fan. I do like Killer Instinct Gold for the N64, so it's something I'm looking for, by the way. Couple N64 complete in box. I got Paperboy, you know. I wasn't a huge Paperboy fan. I did play it for the Nintendo and stuff. I always found it difficult. You know what I mean? I don't know why. I'm just not a huge Paperboy. I'm not very good at it. You know, I'm just as good at that as I am at Donkey Kong. Fuck, I hate Donkey Kong for normal Nintendo. I suck at it so bad. 007, The World Is Not Enough, complete in box. Nice little pickup. I wish it was GoldenEye, but, you know, I won't argue. You know, so a couple PS1 games. Hardcore 4x4. We got Test Drive 6, not too shabby. A Dragon Ball Z game I did not have was Ultimate Battle 22. Nice complete copy, can't go wrong. And Star Wars Rebel Assault 2 I didn't have for the collection. Nice little double case there, it looks nice, nice discs and everything. Nice, you know what I mean? Cool little addition for the collection. Picked up a cheap little PSP game. We picked up Joanne D'Arc, a little strategy RPG there. Nothing too fancy, but hey man, can't go wrong with a little filler for the collection. A Nintendo game, we got Low G-Man for normal Nintendo. It was donated to me by Frank. He hooked me up with this when I got that Lufia 2 game there. So thank you very much. I'm going to definitely try this out. He said he couldn't pass the first level or something like that. He found it super hard, so he's like, no, you take it. And so I also picked up, this was one of the reasons I actually traveled so far to pick up these games, is I picked up Legend of Zelda and Legend of Zelda Adventure of Link for normal Nintendo complete in box. Very nice additions to the collection. I replaced the ones that I had here that were just loose cartridges that I had. Well, I had one that kind of had the box with it, you know what I mean? But it was nice to replace it with a nice complete version for both Legend of Zelda and Adventure of Link. I was very happy, you know what I mean? This is, you know, nice. I like that, you know? So, what else did I pick up? I picked up a few N64 games as well. I started out with Super Mario 64. And it's not because I didn't have it before, it's because I keep trading it away when you know, it's an easy game to put with a Nintendo 64. If you have a Nintendo 64 for sale, you know what I mean, I get extras sometimes. Mario 64 is always a good game to put with it, and it's common enough that you find it, you know, pretty much everywhere you go. So I got another copy of Mario 64. I got a copy of Star Wars Shadows of the Empire. Love this game, man. I used to play this friggin' Star Wars game so much, man. You put in the code, you friggin' run around the first level playing as a Wampa. It's awesome. 007, The World Is Not Enough. Just a plain old cartridge of it. You know what I mean? Actually, I see I just got 2 copies of that, so I'm probably gonna clean this one, test it, and make sure that it works really well, and I'll pass it on to somebody else who wants to play some 007. I got Star Wars Rogue Squadron. Can't go wrong with that. Actually, I haven't played this one very much. I played a lot of Shadows of the Empire. I picked up Turok 2. That's good because I think I got Turok 3 already. So, and of course, one of my favorite picks that I got this last little bit was Zelda Majora's Mask for the N64 with a nice little hologram, nice and fancy. I didn't play a lot of Majora's Mask, to tell you the truth, back in the day. I was more of an Ocarina of Time, you know, and I like the Super Nintendo. I love Link to the Past and stuff. So Majora's Mask is still something I need to really actually play through the whole way, because I have played it and I just haven't finished it all the way. So yeah, I'm gonna have to go through this for sure. Wow. And last but not least, we got 6 more games here. I picked up Tony Hawk American Wasteland for the GameCube. Can't go wrong, I didn't have it for the GameCube. Shrek 2 for the GameCube. Nice little filler, can't go wrong with that. From Russia with Love 007. I would remember when this got released and I never tried it. So it looks like a little gangster movie on the back. It's funny. So I'm gonna watch and play that. Play some Sean Connery. NHL 06, another sports game that I'll probably never play. And a couple other little fillers that I picked up. The Sopranos for the PS2, one of those gangster games for the PS2, you know, to go with my Scarface and Godfather and Reservoir Dogs, kind of that genre of PS2 games. So it'll all go into that little collection. So I didn't have the Sopranos, and yeah, nice little filler for the collection. And I also, since I like the Burnout series, I picked out a cheap little copy of Burnout Dominator for the PS2. I love Burnout Revenge. I've got Burnout 3. And believe it or not, the original Burnout was like 30 bucks. I was like, what? I'm not buying that, you know? It was insane why the first Burnout and Burnout 3 was like, you know, 10 bucks or whatever, you know? I didn't understand, so I didn't buy it. Not for $30. I can find something better for $30. So I picked up Burnout Dominator, nice little filler for the collection. So I hope you enjoyed this cool little episode of classic game pickups with Game Time. So I hope your journeys to find game get a little bit better and better every day. You know, find those classic games, add them to the collection, but make sure in the end you play your games. That's what matters, because I play my games all the time. That's what matters to me. They make me happy, and I love playing the crap out of them. So peace out, happy gaming, and we'll catch you next time. Ciao.